Welcome to the space where real conversations live and real stories matter. You know I do it. It's on the O.T.A.NETWORK. The show built on authenticity, connection, and the voices that shape our culture. And guiding the ride, the heart of the conversation, your host, Jada. Let's tap in, welcome to On They Are. Let's tap in, welcome to On They Are.
Yo, this is the On the Arm Network. I got DJ Music Rocka in the building. Rocka, what's poppin', man?
Man, it's all good in the hood. You know how it is, man. Thank you for having me. You know what I'm saying?
You already, man. Yo, I wanna start back to humble beginners, man. How you get into like music, DJing, and all that?
Wow. Well, I know I'm gonna start. I'm exposing my age when I start talking about it. But, first caught the interest like between 1981 and 1982. I guess that's before you was born, right? Because you was a youngin', I think he was a youngin'. But, yeah, man, it's the interest of the music started way back then, just being on the block, going to the parks and starting hearing, cats DJing and just music and seeing the people out there. And then I started hearing I'm from Brooklyn. Let's take it back. I'm from Brooklyn.
What part?
I'm from my pops is from Jamaica, and he was raised in Fort Greene projects. And then we was fortunate enough that I was he used to copped us a house over in Clinton Hill, Fort Greene area, still the neighborhood and everything. But that's where I grew up from. In the 70s, 80s. And, that's, like I said, from the parks, that's when I started hearing music. Then family members and stuff, I started hearing tapes like from cats in the Bronx and stuff like that, or the Cold Crush classic situations and stuff like that.
Forefathers.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm kind of from the, from the beginning and everything. And my love for DJing started from that, man, just seeing how whoever was playing the music, they had control of the people in the parks or on the block parties, and it was just like something exhilarating to me, and I was just like, wow, man, maybe I could do that as a hobby. Because back in the days, don't get me wrong, your parents were like, oh, go to school, go to college, this, that, which I did. It's just that you never thought it could be a lifestyle, you know what I mean? And which it became that. But like I said, I started having the love in 81, 82, and then finally, asked Pop Dukes, like, yo, I need me a turntable or something. And it started from there, and I didn't officially start really copping records and DJing to maybe 82, 83. My pops was mad at me because I was a baby because I broke all his records. As a baby, all his 45s. He's like, you would have a bigger collection, but you broke all my records as a baby. It's like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? But, that's the essence of the beginning. We could go on from there. But
what was the first turntable we bought you? Like, what brand was it?
It was the actual, and it wasn't even like a DJ turntable. It was a Technique SLB 100. I think it was a belt drive turntable, and started from there with a receiver and a couple of speakers. I think it was Criterion speakers. All the cats will know, and I think it was a Technique's receiver, which was like a amp that had a radio in it as well, and this, that, and the third, and started with one. Then I got another one, and then I got a mixer. I think my first mixer
I was about to ask when you get the mixer and the fader.
Yeah. After the first turntable, I got a mixer. It was my first one was a Gemini, and then people were schooling my pops like, nah, Gemini's is trash, sound wise, and I think I got a new mark, and I ran with the new marks for a long time, and then, you know, back when I started getting skills, and I went back to Gemini's, and because that was affordable. That was the affordable thing at that moment.
So which one was? I know they was telling you your pops, the Gemini was trash, but for you and what you was doing at the time, which one you prefer, the new mark or the Gemini?
Well, back then, you know what's crazy is that back then, I wasn't really even concentrated on, like, say, sound quality.
Yeah.
I was just trying to have everything, like, so I could be like DJ Theodore, Grandmaster Flash. So I needed to have that fader clean and everything. And we used to put all the oil in the faders and things like that and everything. So, I mean, it was back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Like, back then, it wasn't like now you could just, unscrew the fader. You had to open up the whole thing and unsolder it and clean the faders and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I come from that era where you almost had to be an electrician to make your mixer feel as comfortable it could be to do certain things that you wanted it to do. And I was more, it wasn't called turntablers back then, it was just DJing and backspinning and everything. Because, you know, you could play a record and mix. And of course that came with it, and it was a beautiful thing. But when I'm listening to Charlie Chase and Theodore and who else? DST and these cats is like this, and just making the beats just like continue, and they fast with it.
Yeah.
You be like, yo, what it is? And it was crazy. It's just I was going off the ear, like nobody taught me. It was just I was going off listening, watching it from a distance and then listening, because you know I'm a kid.
Yeah. So what was the first record, your record that your pops bought you?
No, my pops ain't buy it. I bought it.
Even back then.
Yeah, because I had allowance, and I used to have to, clean the steps, or whatever, do chores.
Yeah.
They give me my $2 or something like that, you know.
So what's the first record you bought?
That's up in the air, because I still be trying to remember what is the actual first record I bought. The first hip hop record I think I bought was the Jazzy 5 MCs record. I don't even know if you know about that one, but
I heard it.
Jazzy Sensation or something like that. I think that was the actual, and then like I didn't even know what to buy.
Yeah, you just grabbed.
I'm just grabbing. I go into we had the main record store for DJs back in the day, and everybody was like, oh yeah, Rocka sold. Nah, but it was this on Times Square on 42nd Street called Music Factory.
Oh, I remember Music Factory.
And,
they had one downtown on 4th Street too.
Yeah, but that's
later,
years and years.
So it was originally in Times Square.
Times Square, I remember.
So you would go from Fort Greene to Times Square to get your record. That's gonna be my next question. Where you was copying your records from?
It was that. It was so it was a lot of. I mean, it was that Music Factory. It was just another spot in the village called Vinyl Mania. There was another spot in the village called Danceteria. There was another spot. I mean, it was a lot of spots you could go to. Queen, like back then, record stores was numerous, and it depends on what style of music you was looking for. If you was looking for breaks, believe it or not, in Music Factory, if all the DJs can attest, there was this big dude. I mean, I don't want to call him fat man, but white dude. But he knew all the breaks. And you come in there and sing a song, or if you come in there with a tape, you'd be like, oh, that's go get that, and everything. And then sometimes they wouldn't have it, so that's when they would make these bootleg 12 inches, and you have like Big Beat on one side and something else on the other side, or a James Brown record on one side. And it was cheaper than trying to find the actual breaks in the 80s. If you could find them, but I wasn't, like I said, I didn't have a mentor. Yeah. I just did it off the arm. Yeah, so you just researching and you're doing things, but then I had started to have a crew of DJs that we all got together. My cats from St. James in Brooklyn, St. James Co-ops. My man, rest in peace, DJ Witch Doctor from LG Projects, who was Mo B's. They was neighbors literally on the same.
Easy Mo B, the producer.
Yeah. They was literally they was lived right next door to each other, and me and Witch Doctor, we was like crazy partners, and he was partners with Easy Mo B. Actually, Witch Doctor, if you look on like Big's first album and all that, like he's one of the producers. He did the original One More Chance. He did the original Everyday Struggle on it, and he was with a dude named Lord Digger. They called themselves the Blues Brothers. So if you look up Rich Doc, Norman G, you'll see them on all the credits and stuff like that. You know, he was a great influence. He used to collect beats like crazy. He is, like I say, from LG. Like he was the best DJ from LG Projects in the Brooklyn. You know, rest in peace, Mr. C. But he taught he was the man.
Mr.
Like
C's from LG.
Yeah, Mr. C was from
wow.
LG.
You know,
Mr. C from LG. Easy Mo B from LG. There's a lot of cats from there, and but me and him used to roll together, and my cats from the co-ops. My man's DJ CJ, they call him Kojo now. My man Wise. A lot of people had done passed away. Like I said, you know what I'm saying?
Like the last of the Mohegans.
I don't know about that, but I'm just saying. But those are my influences. Those, like in Brooklyn, my influences was Clark Kent, Scratch. You know what I'm saying? Kids with Skills, Cash Money from Philly.
Clark.
Yeah, Clark. I didn't really get to know Clark until later in years. Like we passed through paths and stuff like that. But personally, back in the days, times were different.
Yeah.
Like you just can't just roll up on people and you become a friend. Unless you're in certain circles.
Yeah, unless you connected to somebody.
Exactly. So, I mean, we'll get to that. I mean,
So, what was the crew name, the name of your crew?
We didn't have a name of the crew, believe it or not. We just DJ'd and just practiced. And every time we just be in each other's apartments or houses and stuff like that, and building equipment and stuff like that, and then we just be in there trying to do and create just like everybody else. I guess as a DJ at that time, people, there's a lot of groups that are known, but if you came from that time, we were all trying to be the best that we could be. It's just, are you connected to be out front?
So who was y'all rival back then, if y'all had a rival?
Like I said, we wasn't really crews. It was just like we was, and we wasn't doing it to be like, battling everybody. Even though we had personal battles and things like that, we'll be in out in the park or whatever, and we bring out our own little sets out and stuff like that. But it wasn't. I don't think I was on the level of saying I got to step to these crews and be like that, even though because we were ignorant. We was like we didn't know. It was like we just kids. You know what I'm saying? I went to like I said, I'm from Brooklyn. Where you from?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
What part?
East New York. Well, I live in Canarsie, though.
Okay, I mean, but what years? Because I think I'm a little older than you.
Yeah, like East New York from like 80s to like 96.
So like my man JC Jace is a little younger than me. You remember Jace? JC Jace from he lived in the spots over there right off of Pennsylvania Ave. I forgot what that spot.
Pennsylvania and what?
Pennsylvania.
The Grace Towers?
Right after Atlantic Avenue. I forgot what they call them now. Right
Grace
now.
Towers.
Maybe
because it's Atlantic, Picking, and Grace Towers on Pennsylvania and Picking.
Like if you was coming from downtown Brooklyn and you made that right onto Atlantic. And then you went down a couple of blocks. It was on the right hand side. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, Grace Towers.
Yeah.
It's like and 2 blocks down is Maxwell High School.
Yeah, exactly.
So the block over, that's Grace Towers. The brown and like cream building. Yeah, that's Grace Towers.
So JC, Jason, he a little bit younger than me, but Jason, he was, he ran a lot of that style of things. But because he used to do the Apollo, he was with PLS, just like like I said, I could, like, you ask me the questions, I can tell you, as a progression, you know what I mean?
So when did you when did you realize, like, yo, I'm good, I'm really, really a DJ?
I always knew it.
He said, day one.
No, I mean, I was always, truthfully, you can ask anybody, I always picked up on it, and I was always good at it. I just never knew it to be a business.
Okay.
So I didn't learn it to be a real business till later in years, like when I went to college and stuff like that. Like, I just did it. Of course, you get paid a couple of dollars. I've done all the proms. I did all every friend's weddings. I've done, because even before I got the big equipment, once I said, okay, I can make a couple of dollars, it was a lot of old heads. Then they were like, okay, we got the stacks. And I couldn't afford the stacks when I was young, so I would rent the stacks from them.
Yeah. So what's the first block party you DJ? When was that?
It was more house parties.
House parties?
Yeah, it was all house parties. I just did personal house parties. I did my own block parties before I could even become an age. Like, even on my block called Claremont Avenue, Fulton and Green, like, even before my parents was like, and I didn't have a system, I would just put speakers in my window. Because I had a brownstone. I was fortunate, you know what I mean? Believe it or not. Like I said, my pops, he made smart moves. And we ended up having a brownstone in the the late 70s and stuff like that. So I was kind of fortunate with that. Like, they would have their block parties, but then things would happen. Like, they were like, yo, Mike, because I'm Mike. My name is Mike too, but my first name was Jazzy Mike Ski.
That was gonna be one of my questions. What was your first DJ?
Jazzy Mike Ski and everything. They were like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'll just play music. They close off the block, and I'll play music from my windows and stuff like that with the little speakers that I had, and we take it from there and everything. But like I said, I've done so many small things and everything. But after I really came back from college is when I was like, okay, I can make some money with it.
What college you went to?
The first college I went to, when I straight out of high school, was Hampton University. I went there in 1988. I went there right up until before I was supposed to graduate. And I got into some things. So I ain't never graduate, but they still consider me the class of '92.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Quintessence and all of that. But you get into different things, and so I got caught up in some things. But so I never officially graduated from Hampton officially when I was supposed to. Situations occurred that I had to change a route. Then came back to New York. Decided to do college again, and I went to Medgar another 3 years, and then it's like, yo, now I'm just going to do music 100%, and I just said, yo, heck with school.
What did your father say about you getting into them extracurriculums in Hampton? How he felt about it?
He had to save me. I mean, my father was, my father and mother were influential teachers. My mother was a Spanish teacher, a successful Spanish teacher in John Jay High School. She spoke like 3 different languages and everything. Wow. My father was a teacher, PS 143 in Queens, Corona, Queens, and he had a great influence on music and hip hop because he used to run. First of all, he was a basketball player. He played on St. John's, as well as he ran tournaments all throughout Queens. Basketballs. I was on Little League out there. I did everything out there. So, but he was like a mentor to a lot of people, artists. Like I said, rest in peace. But he was one of them people that in Corona, Queens, and it was a party or whatever. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, he was somebody who was behind it, letting them give you the space, the gyms, the park,
permits, and all that.
All that, yeah. So, he was a big influence. I met DJ Polo, Coogee Rap DJ Polo, because rest in peace, he was a janitor at the school at one time. There's a lot of, I dabbed into a lot of things, but my pops used to run Queens. Like as far as like a mentor or people who do things. Like his name was they used to call him Big Mac. You know, my last name is McCalla, so they used to call him Big Mac. So ask anybody in during them times, 80s, 90s, he was the man.
What high school you went to?
It's crazy. I actually went to high school in Harlem.
Oh, where?
Yeah, so that's why, I spread my wings. I went to A. Randolph.
Okay.
I'm from 84 to 88. And that's when I got to know the Uptown Cats. First, I had to go through my freshman year because they ain't like Brooklyn Cats out there. You know what I mean? So we had to go through some things out there for us to be able to, and then I had a couple of close friends that was from out there, so Esplanade and all that type of stuff. But I ran uptown for a while, man. Not ran uptown, like that, but I ran through uptown for a while. I was on the hill.
Running through the city.
Shoot, it got some of my close friends, like, once I was able to drive, I had like an old school Bonneville, and I used to be up on the hill. My shit was all twisted. I don't even curse it.
Nah, it's good, man.
Yeah, mine was twisted. My mom's Bonneville used to be up on the hill, me and my friends, all the the hustler cats, all those people that everybody know. Like, yo. So I'll be up on the hill with my broken down car, they be in there with their Benzes and BMs and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I've been through a lot. I've experienced a lot. I'm blessed to be alive, but I experienced a lot.
So you leave Hampton, go to Mega Evers.
Well, I leave Hampton and come back to New York and did some other stuff. And I ended up working for the Port Authority. I actually worked in the World Trade Center, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And then I was like, let me go back to school, try to do something else before I even knew, like, just do the music.
Yeah. So when you went to Mega Evers, did you find out immediately music is a business and you can make money from it?
Well, I knew it was. After I came back, I was like, it's crazy. When I was at Hampton, it started I started to realize it was a business because cats down there that was hustling, they was bringing cats like Kid Capri and all the uptown cats down there to do parties. Okay. And then like the fraternities and sorority things was big, like all the things that you hear about the beach parties and Virginia beach parties that was superstars, and they had all the rich porters and all them coming down there hyped up. Like I experienced that, and you seen that. Excuse me. And they would be paying them. they be paying them money. They be like, yo, Rock, can we hold your stuff? Hold your stuff. When they pay them, you know what I mean? But I didn't. So I started learning about it, but back then. But after working a corporate job and still trying to be in the life of doing parties and doing that situation, then you have to make a decision. Yeah. And I made a decision, and truthfully, the year before the Trade Center went down, I resigned and went to like IAR. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Became an engineer, and it's like, I'm just gonna try to do all music. You know what I'm saying? And
so 2001 is when you. Like, I'm going full-fledged.
2000.
2000,
maybe 1999, 2000. Because, like I said, I was throwing my own parties. I did my own comedy clubs. My man, salute to my Bronx crew, Dave Dack, Big Tone. I've dabbled in every borough. And so
who was some of the, far as DJs you was running with when you was in Harlem, in Bonneville?
Well, I didn't run with DJs in Harlem. I was doing other stuff. I wasn't running with DJs.
Into a lot of other stuff.
You know what I mean? But I wasn't like, I just knew, of course I knew a lot of DJs, and I'm doing DJing things, but, that's something, like, when I'm just running, it's just like, that's why I didn't take it seriously, because I was just doing everything. So it was just not, it wasn't like, I was like, okay, this is going to be my life, whatever. No, I was doing so many other things. Because I wanted to have fun, meet women and girls, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I wasn't like, okay, this is DJ and I'm gonna be this forever. But when I started working in, I worked in first I interned and then became an assistant engineer in this recording studio in Times Square called Unique Recording.
Yeah, I heard of Unique.
That was right down the block from Quad and everything over here, 47th Street and stuff like that. Where everybody that was one of the majors. That's how I knew. That's where I got mad cool with Clark Kent. Moby that was one of his spots that he used to go to. Everybody, like, if you ask about Unique Recording, all the classic people, they know Unique Recordings. Unique Quad, Sony, Chung King.
D&D?
Of course. D&D was the underground spot. But, like Unique, we had like 5 rooms. All the big SSLs, we had Neve boards, we had, it's crazy, I met, what's his name in there, who's now a superstar, what's the engineer name, he's with Jay-Z,
Guru.
Guru. Yeah.
Young Guru.
Young Guru. I met him there. The biggest engineer back then, he used to work with Clue, was Duro. Yeah. I'm saying, like, but as far as like all the MCs and everything, I used to do Clark Kent. My man, my brother Cuss, they call him engineer. I call him Customato, but engineer Cuss. And my man Milwaukee Buck. Milwaukee Buck he started running with Ja Rule, and so he used to be, they called it their studio Crack House and everything, so he left that. But Cuss was Clark Kent's main engineer, and me and Cuss became real close. And but Clark used to have every MC in every session, so I met every artist because everybody used to come through there and prove who they could be, freestyles, all that shit.
So who's some of the artists you met being in Clark's sessions?
I think almost everyone, except for, don't get me wrong, I didn't except for like maybe like Jay-Z.
Oh, okay. You met Big?
I've met Big, but on some other, like, Big is really from around my old neighborhood, kind of, you know what I'm saying, like St. James and all that. And actually, like Little Kim, what's crazy is that, like, I used to have crews too, like MC Crews, and Little Kim's older brother was part of one of my MC Crews.
He rap?
Yeah, they call him, his name's Chris, but we used to call him CL.
Oh.
And I had a crew called Sounds of 3.
He was nice?
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, I ain't gonna mess with nobody when you're nice.
Now, some people got to grow into it. They start off.
Nah, because we all came up, like I said, in the 80s. Yeah. I had a crew called Sounds of 3. It was CL, which was Little Kim's older brother, Chris. My man Kev KB Black, was Kevin Boswell, and rest in peace, my man DJ MC Free. He was from St. James Co-ops. Kev KB Black was from Willoughby Walk Co-ops, and CL was from, and Kim, they was from St. James Co-ops as well.
What made him stop? Because his little sis blew up, he fell back, or he just...
No, we just all split up. It's just life, because like I said, we started in the 80s.
Yeah.
When they became big, that was...
the 90s.
That's 90s lifestyle. So I'm working regular jobs, went to school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody was going to colleges and stuff like that. So we didn't like say, okay, this is going to be a life. This was just something that we loved, and we just did it. We just did it because that was hip-hop.
So you said you was getting into a lot of other things besides DJ. Would you look into, like, doing a documentary on your life or anything?
Nah. I'm not a superstar like that. I mean, but don't get me wrong, I do.
But you did a lot, though.
But you know what it is? I don't want to say
ain't just for superstars.
I don't want to say I want to. I do have an idea, and I call it the fly on the wall, because I have been in many rooms with a lot of different people. Yeah. And you know, like I said, I'm not the rah person, but I've been around a lot of different situations. Yeah. That's all I can tell you. I've been around a lot of situations, a lot of people.
Because a lot of this is history, though. I know you say you're not a superstar, but history needs to be documented, man.
Yeah. But I don't talk a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of things I can't talk about. But I've been there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, It's just a lot of things that's like, yo, okay, yeah. Oh, it's like, yeah, but people be saying that, be like, nah, I kind of was there, or, we was in a fight, we was in front of this club. Oh, no, I don't think I seen you there. Or this, that, and the third, it's one of those type of situations, but it's not for me to say, because I'm not calling nobody out.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I kind of was in a lot of situations and I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
And fortunate enough to be alive to just say, okay, I was there. But I'm not going to tell you, yo, yeah, I was the kingpin. I was the one who did this and I was do that. But no, I got through a couple of punches and through a couple of kicks. If you understand that, because people always be thinking it's just one or two or three people. But it'd be a lot of people in these situations. It don't just be like two people and they Nah, it'd be a lot of. It's a lot of back and forth, this and that, and there's a lot of little people or whatever. I don't know if you want to call it little people, but there's a lot of different things.
A lot of intangibles.
There's a lot of people's not here, and there's, but it's not worth it to say, oh, yeah. I'm not one of those type of people. It's like, yeah, just because I was at the tunnel and we did this, that, and the third, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm the leader of it. Nah, I'm not one
Did you, speaking of the tunnel, did you ever DJ in the tunnel?
Nah, I've never DJed in the tunnel. No.
With some of the legendary New York City clubs that's no longer around, you DJ'd in?
The Q Club, that's from Queens. I don't know if you ever heard of the Q Club.
Fever?
Nah,
you didn't get to touch the Fever?
I mean, I've been there, of course. But I was never a DJ there. I was, like I said,
Latin Quarters.
I was never able to be a DJ there. I've been there, of course. I've been to all the clubs.
Yeah.
But I didn't have that much of a name to say I could DJ at those. I was more, when I really started to get into really do it, I started creating my own lane, and I would DJ more the small spots all around, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't, everybody couldn't be a red alert and be in those spots. It's clicked up. It's starting to get clicked up too. So don't get me wrong. It was just I would have loved to, but I don't want to say, if I did do a lot of big spots, then I did it on some private industry shit.
So, like you said, it started to get clicked up. Did any of these cliques reached out to you, try to recruit you and anything like that?
They should have.
He said they should have.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Like I said, I've done situations that, like I remember certain DJs, what do you call it? Like the union DJs and stuff like that. And I knew them before, but maybe I just wasn't running the way they wanted me to run, so they ain't holler at me. But even, it's just, I try to get down with it, but it's just, this industry thing is a crazy place. So it's like more of a, like I'm good and I'm better than most, but it depends on how popular you are at one moment. And then it's like
with everything in life.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's like cats know me, but then they be like, I don't know. I can say a lot, but then again, it's just like, it's not necessary, but they know me. They know me.
So, you said the industry is a crazy place. So how do you navigate it through it, this crazy place as a DJ, trying to get where you trying to go, accomplish goals and all that?
I just try to be me. I just don't try to. I mean, you notice a lot of people got on because they kind of like compromised themselves and everything. And I've never been one of those type of dudes to do that. I've never been a yes man. I've never been somebody to say like even though you remember the old saying, it's like, oh yeah, I used to carry dudes crates and stuff this, that. I just never been a person to say, I need to carry your crates just to get someplace. I'm not saying that's the wrong route. I just never been that type of guy. I mean, I just,
So how many opportunities you think you might have missed out having that mentality? Like,
listen, I missed out on a lot of opportunities because I just don't, I just can't. like, you know how you going to say, like, you be seeing these movies and you be and they be in the military and people yell at you and stuff like that. I've just never been a person that, especially, like, I could follow orders or whatever because I know it's a different route, but I can't, there's only a certain point I could take where I feel that, you just can't talk to me like that. Yeah. Like I said, listen, I've been on everybody. Listen, I've been on the Marley Marl. I've been on Future. I used to be on Future Flavors of Power in the Five. I used to go every week. There's a lot of things like that I've done, and but there's only a certain point you could take. Yeah. So so like I said, there's a lot of questions. So there's a lot of stuff you don't know.
Yeah. So, as a DJ, what's your equipment? Your choice equipment, like favorite equipment?
I'm always 2 turntables.
2 turntables?
I'd rather 2 turntables and a mixer. You can take it from there. I don't have to do that, I could do anything.
Well, what brand, though? You have a specific brand?
Of course, I mean, when it comes to turntables, of course, 1200s, Technic 1200s, 1210s are my first priority of choice, even though now there's a whole bunch of new equipment, especially with the controller situation. Yeah. But if I had a choice, I'd do that first. If I'm doing shows and it's like with dances and stuff like that, then to be more stabilized. I mean, like that's a whole different subject because now with the technology,
that's what I was going to get into.
There's so many different things. Like now, like you got controllers, you got phase, but now you got the new Pioneers, which are also controllers. You got the Technic 12s, which is a whole different monster. That's like turntables and stuff like that. When I was with Marley, like when I used to run with Marley, and we used to do Future Flavors when he was on Power 105. Yeah. And we used to go up to his crib and broadcast live from his crib because he had the technology to do that. And this is in the beginning of CDs, CDJs and stuff and everything. Then they started making CDJ turntables and things like that. So now we could rock CDs as if they were turntable. And he had everything, of course, everything. But I still let him play that CDJ lane, and I still would bring and go to Fat Beats and buy everything underground and buy the vinyl. And he'll have a setup in his studio with just turntables. Then he have the CDJs. He had the Newmark CD, turntable CD. Like, I've been on every piece of equipment. So it's just like, but I still love turntables. It's just a feeling. Yeah.
So do you like the technology, the Seratos, or you was like a caveman when they were trying to usher in the Serato?
No, actually I was probably, but being that I wasn't on I hate to say superstar level, but being that I wasn't on the big club level, I was probably one of the first in New York to incorporate Serato on a weekly basis at a spot. But I was in a spot like I used to run this lounge in the city called the Grill Village, and the lounge would be there like three days a week. And when my peoples in Virginia, my man DJ E, my man DJ B, Beezers, he's from originally from Philly, but he was like the quote unquote, he was like the flex of like Norfolk and Hampton Roads, all of them down there. Like he was on major radio and everything. And they found out about Serato when it first came out. And they was like, yo, this shit is the truth. This is the truth, whatever, and everything. And I was like, word. Like, yeah, but you need a computer, a laptop, whatever. I was like, It's like, and everything. But they had it first. Like, they had it right when it came out. And I had it the year after it came out. And even though they had it, I was still worried. But then I went to a spot in, I want to say the Village. It was either Soho or the Village. And I seen, and Jazzy Jeff was doing a party out there. And I seen him on it. Soon as, I mean, he was my influence anyway. He was one of my, as soon as I seen him on it, saved up all my money for a laptop. Next 4 months, got mine, and then they already had music on like big hard drives. Just like, okay, because, you know, I'm still doing vinyl. It's like still vinyl. But then I'm still doing parties and everything. So I would do double. I got them. They would give me like freaking 50 megabytes because it was, the whole storage system was so much different. So you got so much more on, you know, whatever. But they would give me, you know, music on a hard drive. You don't even see the names of it. It's just tracks, just like if you was just files and stuff. But I would bring that, I put that on. I used, like, there wasn't even there wasn't even any like laptop stands. Like, so when I was in the grill, I would finally get my laptop and put it on glasses. I still maybe have some pictures, but I put on glasses and stuff like that. And I used to run it. I still used to bring all my crates. I used to bring like 15 crates. I asked everybody, it's like, yo, 15 crates and 3 bags and everything. I'm doing 3 days because I used to play all types of music. I wasn't playing one type of music.
All right. You said Jazzy Jess was one of your influences. Who are some other DJs that influenced you, had an impact on you?
The major influences was Jeff, Scratch, DJ Scratch, DJ Cash Money, DJ Theodore, DJ Charlie Chase. As far as dance music, like Louis Vega, what's the name from the garage? Now my mind's going. Now my age is showing. Larry Levan. What's her name? Tony Humphreys. A few others. I listen to everybody. Yeah. And like, even if you was, I got cassette tapes, I got reel-to-reels, I got everything. Just because I listen to everybody. I used to go to all the clubs as much as I can. Dance music, house music clubs. I call it, now it's dance music because it's so crazy right now. But whenever I can go out, if I wasn't trying to get money, doing whatever, I would go. Me and my peoples, you know, my close peoples. You know, 'cause I love to party too, you know. And that's another thing. It's like, I don't be going to least, I go to have a good time. I had a couple of dance steps. I was kind of nice. I know all the dances and all that. I used to be in a circle. I used to get burnt a lot, but I used to be in a circle, you know what I mean? But you know, I used to be able to get busy, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? My knees don't talk about it now, you know what I mean? But I used to get busy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got like the super dancers, Ride 'em Up Link, you know, like this is, you know, like I was out there having fun. It wasn't just saying I'm just a DJ. Like, I incorporated, that's how I can incorporate all the music into anything I do, DJing and partying, because I love music, period.
What's your, as a DJ, what's your music of choice to play? You say you into everything. Like, what's your personal favorite music?
I love everything from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Everything, R&B and hip-hop.
R&B and hip-hop? Okay.
Reggae, too. Reggae, soca. Like, I love all that. But those genres from 70s, 80s, 90s. Early 90s, those were the years that it just felt good to just play music. Like, you could play a whole record, just be like, it feels good for us, you know what I mean? You know, but it just had, you know, had messages in the music. It was good lyrics, you know, good transitions, good, you know, beats. Like, when you play the record, you can actually say, okay, yeah. Oh, you got that beat in the first, but like, you keep that going. You just be like, yo, that's just a whole nother world. You know, not to saying it's not like that now, but the popular music now is not like that. But there are a lot of new artists right now that's dope and crazy and everything. But they just, I don't know, the industries that be, I don't know. You know, it's just crazy.
So, as a DJ, do you prefer DJing at clubs or going out on tour?
I prefer DJing at clubs. The
Oh,
tour
really?
thing, yeah.
Oh.
The tour, the only thing I love about tours is I get to travel.
Okay.
It's, and I ain't gonna say that. I just get to travel.
I always thought you would have picked touring. So,
No, because I mean, touring is dope and everything, but unless I'm doing an actual party, I'd rather do a party on a tour.
So instead of being the show DJ.
Yeah, because I mean, when you're playing in a massive space, you're kind of almost forced to play something that everybody already knows.
Okay.
So it's a different monster rather than you could create.
I was going to segue into another question regarding that, but you kind of said club. So I want to get into one of your mini gigs because you're a jack of all trades. You also are Maya's DJ. You's Maya's DJ.
Well, I DJ for her.
Oh, you DJ for her.
I DJ for her. I've been a road DJ for her for a while.
How long?
I started with her in maybe like 2006, 2007.
Wow, that's almost early in it.
I mean, no, she's been out
like 2000.
She's been out there from like the late, I mean,
like 99, 2000. I remember the joint with Silk the Shocker.
Yeah, but I wasn't with her when she first came out with that.
But like, you said 2006.
06, 07, yeah, that's when I got with her.
Going into like she's already, but that's still almost 20 years.
She's established, of course.
So how did you get that gig?
Word of mouth.
Oh, okay. So you was ringing bells.
A little, like I said, people. Like I said, people knew of me, but I mean, like I said, I wasn't in the soup. I wasn't in the tunnels and everything, but. I mean, I wasn't a nobody.
Yeah. So I'm gonna transition back into what you said, far as when you do tours, you forced to play songs that everybody knows. So how would you create set lists for like doing shows with Maya? Would y'all collab, or you would create some, or she tell you this what she want to do? Or you consider the region high? This the Midwest, maybe.
Nah, she created really she's her own creator.
Oh, okay.
So she created whatever she wants to,
perform.
However she wants to go. See, the difference between an R&B singer and, like I say, a rap group is that, remember, she's a choreographer as well. Oh. So she always has dancers.
Yeah. So she got
so things are with her goes with like timing and things have to go exactly this because it's a choreography. Unless we're doing some club shit and everything. If we're doing a club night, then different things can happen. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, if you're doing a big event, everything is dances or background singers. So everything has to be time. But like even before her, I DJ for a group called Pitch Black.
I heard of Pitch Black.
Pitch Black, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Drag On was supposed to be a part of them, or he related to somebody?
No. It's just Drag On. No.
His cousins or somebody in that group, right?
Nah, not Drag On. There's family members. And rest in peace
Pitch
to my
Black
man G.O.D.
Premier did put.
Yeah. Their biggest song is "It's All Real."
Yeah.
But Cool G Rap was. They had family members part of that. G.O.D. who just passed away a few months ago. He had family relations with Cool G Rap and everything. And so, I mean, like, I always thought they was going to be like the new Wu-Tang because it was there's 5 of them. If you look them up, look up Pitch Black. We got a YouTube channel, Original Pitch Black. Like I said, rest in peace, G.O.D. He passed away a few months ago. He was kind of the leader of the whole crew. They all from Brooklyn, mostly from Bushwick. Zaki, he's CI, everything. But man. But so before I got with Maya, I was with them.
Yeah, all right. So all right, you said like everything is choreographed. So is there like a song that ringed off that you didn't expect, like from her? Like, yo, they really like this. That wasn't a single or a smash hit. Cause the first time I seen y'all together was in the Bronx at
Just that concept.
Con Fuego, like November 21, and then y'all did the Samsung joint.
Right, that's when I seen you last.
Yeah, the last time I seen you, that was last year.
I don't know. She has a lot of underground classics, believe it or not. I mean, like she got newer stuff that's hot. That's especially with a couple of reggae artists. She got stuff with not Elephant Man. What's his name? Now my mind is going. I forgot. Because she's always been incorporated with the Caribbean community. You know, her beanie, with her Beanie Man, with the girls, them sugar and everything, and she. What's crazy is if you look up her catalog, she has been with more. I think she's been with so many artists before they blew up. Even like a Nicki Minaj. If you look in her catalog, I remember she had a song with Nicki Minaj. It was dope.
Early in the game.
Yeah, and then Nicki Minaj became a superstar, or whatever. But it's a lot, And then she had a Rugrats thing, this popular thing. Then she had the she had stuff with Mano Grammy. I mean, she has Grammy stuff. Lil' Kim, the whole. So she's So it's just like she's a well-rounded artist that's had hits. It's just the new stuff just becomes like she comes out with stuff all the time. Like she's probably doing a show right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not on every. Now she's incorporated a group of DJs. Like sometimes she'll do an all women's thing. So she'll have
woman DJ.
Yeah. So a situation. She. Especially even when I came, when I got, situated, we were doing a lot of Pride stuff. So, and that community embraced her a lot. And so we were doing, we got dance. Like I've been all around the world, and I'm blessed to even know her. Like I've been almost to every country with her and doing shows and stuff like that. So, so she has a vast community of cult following. I hate to say cult following, but she has a following and support and everything. She's getting back on some R&B stuff a lot right now. Yeah. But we've done dance music. We've done everything.
You ever produce for her?
Nah, like me. That's my only regret of not taking producing seriously. Even Clark Kent told me way back. He's like, yo, Rocka, he's like, Rocka, you're not gonna go to the next level until you start producing. But I never followed it because I'm just always all over the place. So it's just like, I got family, I got streets, I got, partying, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm always enjoying myself. Ask anybody. It's just like, I just don't be like, oh, no. So it's like, sometimes I'll take my focus and I get unfocused just to live life. Because I live my life, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm all over, ask anybody, they'd be like, yo, right. He's all over the place. He's in this country. He be partying. He be chilling. He be like, with his family. And stuff. Like, I got kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
got to. Life is short, so you gotta operate.
So sometimes, Sometimes I don't take it as seriously as most people will, and live or die by a set situation because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna like, if I want to go out with my wife, I'm like, and somebody call me, I'm not gonna necessarily say, I'll pick my wife before I pick you.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been married 20 years, you know what I mean? So, that's how it is.
So, Rocka, man, before I let you go, man, let us know what you got coming up, things in the work.
Well, when we airing this, man, I know we ain't super live at the moment.
I'll probably drop it around close to the New Year's or after the New Year's.
Oh, so okay. Well, next week, because so if you're going to drop it later, then I got a party downtown Brooklyn. My man Touch of Class, my people's Touch of Class. So I got something going on over there. We're going to open up a restaurant, an Asian fusion spot called Paz X. So we're gonna set that up. Hopefully, we're gonna have a weekly situation.
Okay.
Not just me, but we're gonna try to.
So the restaurant is yours? You partner?
No, not this. This restaurant is not mine. I do have a restaurant, but
okay.
I have a restaurant in South Carolina.
Okay. Post X is gonna be a weekly thing. You're gonna do
So
starting when?
Next week, which is December 20th.
20th.
8 to maybe 2. Could be going less if we're getting it really popping. If people love the music. Because I'm gonna take you all around the world in one day and one night. So it's just these days doing clubs and parties is harder because you don't have to go outside to go to have a good time. You can be right in your home, you listen to YouTube and do something from your crib. So that is the challenge with promotion these days. So I don't know. It's just an experiment. Let's see. Because I'm not even trying to be a person that's going to play what you hear on the radio. I'm just trying to, if you like music, if you love music, I'm going to play music. And I'm going to play music, and hopefully if you're a person that's want to hear music, it's not going to be strip club music and stuff like that. Everybody got his place, but, it's more of an elegant spot. And, I'm going to be playing
downtown
music.
Brooklyn, right?
Downtown Brooklyn. And I'm also incorporate, like I told you, or maybe we didn't cross on that I also a major DJ on a radio station, FM radio station, and we're on iHeartRadio.
Support that, man. Tune in.
97.5
What days you on?
WRRF. I'm on Friday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. The E. Jones radio show with Sharonda and Nichelle, and Saturdays from 2 to 3. But we cater to mature audiences, and like I said, we're based out of the Poconos, but we're on iHeartRadio 97.5 Rewind Radio.
What's the restaurant in South Carolina?
Eve's Caribbean Cafe.
Caribbean joint.
Yeah, in Georgetown, South Carolina. It's a Caribbean
in South Click. Go support my guy, man.
Right on 17. I was just down there the other day. Get on the Instagram, get on the Facebook, Eve's Caribbean Cafe. I'm just out here moving, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the sound company. Full Stack New York. We have anything you need as far as any audio, video, lighting services that you need. We're based out of Brooklyn. Full Stack New York, and as well Native Son Music. We also have a studio there. We have a podcast room there. We do production. We do, like I said, I'm jack of all trades, B. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with him. DJ, my Instagram, DJ MUSICROCKA at on Instagram, DJ Music Rocka, MUSICROCKA on Facebook.
Rocka, man, appreciate you pulling up, man.
Well, thank you, man, on the real, man. Thank you for having me, my dude.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Stand-up guy right here, man.
I try to be. Yes, sir.
We